Wait, how is it that this ultra-limited production Bentley Mulliner Batur Coupe, of which all 18 are sold out, and all 18 are powered by a premium swilling W12 engine, previews the brand's first ever all-electric car due in 2025? Surely Bentley's yanking our charge cord. The short answer is that the Batur, much like 2020's Bacalar, is a living concept vehicle. Shorn from the obligations of regular sales or normalized product cycles, the Batur is a dazzling showcase of all things Bentley present and future. So, while the Batur's engine bay is stuck firmly in the right now, its wrapper offers a peek into what Bentleys without internal combustion engines might look like. Resting beast stance. Study the Batur's lines, the shapes of its grille, bumpers, and more, and you can almost imagine where the exhaust pipes and radiator grills might recede without leaving onlookers confused as to what they're looking at. It's unmistakably Bentley, even if one were to fill in the grille mesh with a solid, more aerodynamic panel and replace the exhaust tips with two more aerodynamic diffuser channels. The designers are offering a few hints here. You could close off the Batur's grille without losing the defining visual of its stately surround, mostly because the inner section of the grille seemingly floats within the frame, surrounded by a recessed border. On a full EV, that vent-like border, in combination with the lower and outer bumper vents, could be all the intake the car needs, with the central section being largely blocked off for smoother aerodynamics. Bentley also has messed with the car's proportions, shifting the greenhouse rearward relative to the Continental GT Coupe that it's assumed this Batur is based on. To further extend the hood's visual length, designers have laid a trim strip beneath the side glass that stretches nearly all the way forward to the corners of the grille. According to Bentley designers, the hunched, at-the-ready appearance is, in their words, evocative of a resting beast stance, like a lion or tiger, laying low in attack position in long grass. Gauged as a vehicle and not as a face-mauling feline, the Batur appears appropriately hunkered down and fast, even sitting still. Bentley considers this a send-off of sorts for its W12 engine, too, so naturally the automaker ensured that this version of the engine is the most powerful it has ever offered. The 6.0-liter 12-cylinder with the unusual W-cylinder bank configuration ladles out greater than 730 horsepower and 738 pounds-to-foot of torque, a Bentley Continental GT Speed, the de facto top of the Continental range, with the same engine gets only 626 horsepower and 664 pounds-to-foot of torque. The mighty engine is mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission and an all-wheel drive system with an electronic locking rear differential. Underneath the rest of the Batur is, essentially, the same suspension setup employed by Bentley's Continental GT Speed. This includes a firmer tune for the 3-chamber air springs and adaptive dampers, plus rear-wheel steering and Bentley's 48-volt supported active anti-roll bar system. In the related Continental GT, these components lend the relatively big, heavy two doors a surprising amount of agility by keeping their bodies flat in corners and helping vector them more quickly at the driver's behest. Everything luxurious everywhere all at once. The Batur's athleticism is welcome, but really it exists as a jewel-like treasure to behold. For those lucky 18 owners, it's also quite a thing to occupy. Every Batur is co-created with its owner, who can pick out everything from the seat and cabin materials to the colors, trim, and more, even of specific components, during an hours-long configuration process that includes a digital preview. The paint choice is described, literally, as infinite, and Bentley will even paint on whatever graphics or design your heart desires. Stuff like the trim and grille can be any mix of light and dark, satin or gloss or even titanium. Some, like the grille on the car pictured here, can even be a mixture of those things. Lest you feel guilty about all of this personalization, or, the honkin' W12 engine part, Bentley has great news: sustainable options. Instead of carbon fiber exterior trim, you can choose a new natural fiber composite material that kind of resembles carbon fiber but is billed as a sustainable alternative. Ditto some of the interior leathers, which also can be swapped for a faux suede if cow skinning isn't your thing. Also, and you're not going to believe this, but in a Bentley first, the carpets are made from recycled yarn.